Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so PRP therapy for hair loss, it seems like it's just everywhere lately.
Oh, absolutely.
Aggressively marketed, This natural cutting-edge solution for common hair loss, androgenetic alopecia. Clinics are really pushing it.
They really are.
But the big question, the one we're tackling today, is it actually worth the investment? Is it worth your money?
Exactly. And that's our mission here. We've gone through a stack of scientific sources, really dug in to give you a sharp, critical look. We want to cut through all that marketing hype, get to the real insights, and help you figure out the true value of PRP. Is it a good medical investment for you?
All right, let's unpack this then. PRP, what actually happens?
Well, it starts with your own blood.
Right, they draw your blood, put it in a centrifuge, sometimes using this double spin technique I read about.
Yeah, that's one method. The goal is to spin it down and separate out the plasma, concentrating the platelets.
And this plasma, supposedly super rich in platelets, gets injected back into your scalp.
Correct. And the appealing idea, the hypothesis, is that you're delivering this super physiological dose of growth factors, things like PDGF, VEGF, IGF-1,
Right.
straight to the hair follicles. The hope is this stimulates stem cells, maybe prolongs the anagen phase, that's the growth phase, and boosts new blood vessel formation.
Sounds good, right?
It sounds quite compelling, scientifically speaking.
But here's the fascinating part and the critical problem. There's a huge lack of standardization.
Oh, so?
Well, how hard they spin it, for how long, the kits they use, even the volume of plasma injected, it varies dramatically. Clinic to clinic, sometimes even session to session.
Seriously?
Yes, which means the actual concentration of platelets and growth factors you get could be wildly different. This makes comparing study results almost impossible.
It makes it hard for you, the patient, to know what you're actually getting.
Precisely. You can't easily verify the quality of your specific treatment.
Okay, but you do see headlines, right? I mean, small studies, systematic reviews, they report improvements. They do. You'll read about statistically significant increases in hair density. One review mentioned a mean increase of like 33 hairs per square centimeter.
Yeah.
And patient satisfaction often scores well, too.
So on the surface, it looks positive.
On the surface, yes. But this raises a really important question. Why the disconnect? Because when you read the full text of these systematic reviews, not just the abstract.
The fine print.
Exactly. The fine print consistently weights the underlying evidence as, and this is a direct quote you see often, low quality due to inconsistency and risk of bias.
Low quality, okay.
Yeah. So these positive-sounding conclusions, they're often built on a foundation of really small studies, often without proper control groups, and using all those unstandardized protocols we just talked about.
Meaning the effectiveness might be overstated?
Definitely overstated relative to the actual strength of the data. It's a significant limitation.
Right, okay. Now, here's something I found really interesting in the research. The comparison with microneedling.
Ah, yes. This is crucial.
Explain microneedling quickly.
Yeah,
It's just
so-
needles, right?
Essentially, yes. It's a simple, much less expensive procedure. Tiny needles create controlled, minor injuries to the scalp.
And that triggers the body's own healing response.
Exactly. That wound healing cascade releases endogenous growth factors, your body's own supply. Similar factors to the ones PRP aims to deliver, just generated differently.
Okay, so how do they compare head to head?
This is where it gets really telling. Clinical trials, like one study with 40 male patients specifically comparing them, found the benefits of PRP were largely indistinguishable from microneedling alone.
Wait, really? No difference?
Both groups showed significant improvements in hair growth, but there was no statistically significant difference between the PRP group and the microneedling-only group in efficacy or patient satisfaction.
Wow.
And get this, even studies where they added PRP topically after microneedling often found no significant additional benefit compared to just the microneedling.
So it strongly suggests maybe it's mostly the needling doing the work, not the expensive plasma part?
That's a very strong possibility based on the current comparative evidence. The mechanical stimulation seems key.
That's a huge takeaway, especially when you contrast it with the actual FDA-approved treatments.
The gold standards.
Right, like topical Minoxidil, maybe 120 euros a year, give or take, or oral Finasteride, somewhere between, 180 and 420 annually?
And those have decades of high-quality data behind them and are significantly cheaper.
Okay, let's talk practicalities and cost for PRP.
It's not a quick fix. You typically need an initial series, maybe 3 or 4 sessions, fairly close together.
And then?
Then you need lifelong maintenance, usually 2 to 4 sessions every year just to sustain whatever results you might get.
Lifelong. Wow. And the
It
cost.
adds up fast. That first year can easily top $1,800. And remember, that's potentially an ongoing annual expense.
Oof. Okay. And there's a regulatory thing too, isn't there?
Critical one. PRP is not FDA approved or EMA approved specifically for hair loss.
So its use is off-label?
Correct. The devices used to spin the blood might be FDA cleared for preparing PRP generally, but the procedure itself for treating androgenetic alopecia hasn't passed the rigorous clinical trials required for specific approval for that condition.
Which means, what for the patient?
It means less oversight, potential for inconsistent quality, and it certainly opens the door for some misleading marketing claims.
Right.
Now, to be fair, PRP generally has a good safety profile. Side effects are usually minimal, some temporary pain, swelling, bruising at the injection site.
Okay, so it's relatively safe.
Yes, but safety alone doesn't justify the high cost, especially given the weak evidence for efficacy over much cheaper proven alternatives.
So let's bring it all together. What does this deep dive mean for you, the listener, considering PRP?
Well, the bottom line seems to be that a high cost just isn't justified by the current evidence.
Yeah, you've got low-quality evidence overall, no proven superiority over way cheaper options like basic microneedling, which you can even do at home for under 50 euros a year.
Right.
And this lack of specific regulatory approval for hair loss.